Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to introduce you to an exciting world of Pokemon. To be specific, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword and Shield is a Japanese RPG game with a turn-based combat system. It is set in a Galar region. Pokemon games come in multiple versions, and here we have Sword and Shield. Some Pokemons available in one version is not available in the other. This forces people to trade in order to get Pokemons from the other version. Also, some Pokemons are able to evolve only when traded. There are literally hundreds of Pokemons out in the wild to catch. If you like to collect things like I do, then this game is for you. You can choose between three starter Pokemons in the game. They are Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble, grass, fire, and water type respectively. You can only choose one of these three. These types are important in the game. Fire type Pokemon is strong against grass, and grass is strong against water, and so on. There are many different types of Pokemon, including Ghost, Dark, and Fairy, and there's more. And they all have the types of their strong or weak against. Throughout your journey, you will meet other Pokemon trainers to battle with. They will give you experience points and money after the battle. There is also a Poke Center to go to for healing your Pokemons. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemarts where you can buy Pokeballs and stuff are also found inside a Poke Center. Like many other Pokemon games, you can only have 4 moves per Pokemon. However, in the Poke Center, you can relearn Pokemon moves and change them at any time. Also here, you can give them nicknames and rate nicknames as well. There are 8 gym challenges in a Pokemon game, and you need to defeat all 8 of them before you can challenge a Pokemon champion Leon. The gym in Pokemon games generally involve mazes to go through or puzzles to solve. Pokemon Sword and Shield has those as well, but they also have some minigame component to the gym. Some of the gyms are specific to one version of the Pokemon game. In other Pokemon games like Brilliant Diamond, there are 4 elite trainers to defeat before challenging champion. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, they instead have a tournament. I like this change personally because it allows me to heal Pokemon between each battle. What is unique to Pokemon Sword and Shield is its new battle system, involving Dynamax and Gigantamax features. Dynamax turns Pokemon gigantic, making them tremendously strong. Dynamaxing will give your Pokemon more HP. You can only choose one Pokemon to Dynamax once during the entire battle, so choose carefully which Pokemon to Dynamax and when. After a few turns, the Pokemon will revert itself back to normal, so keep that in mind. Some Pokemon can Gigantamax, which not only makes Pokemon huge, but also change their form and allows them to use special attacks called G-Max moves. Another new feature in the game are max raid battles, which you can find in the wild area. The Dynamax Pokemons are found in these battles, and you can team up with 3 other trainers to take them down. You don't need online access to do that. You just need to play by yourself. If you want to play by yourself, the trainers will be created for you. Of course, you can choose to team up with the real people if you wish to. When these Pokemons are captured, they will have higher Dynamax levels, which means they will have more HP when they Dynamax. In the wild areas, you can find many Pokemons. Just be careful, some of them may be too strong for you. If you want to catch Pokemon, you will need to engage them in battle first. And when you do catch one, it'll be included in your party of maximum of 6. When it exceeds that limit, the Pokemon will be put into the PC box for storage, and you can access that PC box in the Pokemon Center. What is nice in Pokemon Sword and Shield is that you have something called Pokemon Box Link, which enable you to access Pokemon out in the wild that is in the storage, and you no longer have to go to Pokemon Center to access PC all the time. You can camp out in the wild areas, and you can play with your Pokemon to raise friendship level. You can also cook curry for your Pokemons. You can get the berries to make curry from the trees in the wild area. You just need to give it a good shake. You can navigate around Pokemon Sword and Shield using the Rotom Bike, which can also work on water. You don't need to convert from bike to surfing in the game anymore. Also, there is the flying taxi you can use from the map to fast travel to places. The places you can go will have a wing symbol. This game also has an extensive character customization options. You can change everything from hair to wardrobes. You can give it a different makeups, give it a hat, a set of glasses, or even contact lenses. So go and give it a try. This game is about 20 to 25 hours long if you just want to go through the story, but you can enjoy more content if you get Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass. This expansion opens up two new areas to explore: Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, each with its own story. The Isle of Armor is an area you can go to earlier on in the game, as its difficulty is not very high. Here you can get a fighting type legendary Pokemon called Kopfu. This Pokemon can be evolved into Urshifu. Urshifu comes in two different styles and you can only choose one. So you have to think carefully about that. Single strike style is fighting and dark type, while rapid strike style is fighting and water. Stats for those two are identical and both are good, so just choose whatever fits in your party. Also available in the Isle of Armor are Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Again, you can only choose one, so choose wisely. By the way, you can also get a Charmander after you defeat the champion Leon. Just go to the champion's house in Postwick. On the other hand, the Crown Tundra is a frozen land where Pokemons found are over level 60. As such, you should go here after you level up a little. The quests available in Crown Tundra will allow you to catch a bunch of legendary Pokemons such as Zapdos, Moltres, Regirock, and much more. It is also a great place to level up your Pokemon. Now, a few things to know before you buy this game. First is that this game requires a lot of grinding. There are a lot of Pokemons to catch, and some Pokemons have to be leveled up before it can evolve. If you are not very patient, this game may be a little frustrating. The second is that the battle can be a bit slow for some people. During the battle, or when you try to catch Pokemon, and every time you make a move, there are some text to go through, which I find it quite unnecessary. Many games these days now show critical hits and things like that in some visual manner. However, in Pokemon, they seem to insist on telling me with text. So it tells me like things like super effective and things like that. It's totally unnecessary, in my opinion. This makes grinding a little bit worse. Last issue I had was a need to trade in the game. As I said before, Pokemon games come with different versions, and in order to get Pokemon from another version, trading is sort of necessary. Even if you buy both versions, you can't trade with yourself. Well, not unless you have two Switch consoles. Now you can use Pokemon Home, which is a cloud service for Nintendo Switch, to move Pokemon from one game to another. But this is not considered a trade, which is an issue since some Pokemons need to be traded before evolving. If you have a Pokemon Legends Arceus, by the way, some Pokemons can be evolved there and moved back into Pokemon Sword and Shield, but this is not very ideal. Even with a few complaints I had with it, Pokemon Sword and Shield is a great game. I highly recommend it. Next month, a new Pokemon game is coming out, Scarlet and Violet. You might want to wait a bit before you buy that instead, but Sword and Shield is still a great game to buy. Okay, so that is it for the review. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and leave comments below. This really helps. And with that, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.